Hi everyone, and welcome to World of Tanks Cheats Exposed with Exocadu. We're going to go through several videos today. We're going to show you the cheat modules in action and how to potentially avoid being hit by any of your opponents using these modules. To quickly go through the list of what you'll see 6 cents without perks. You will see redball. You will see destructible objects on the minimap. You will see tundra. You will see lasers. You will see aimbot. You will see chameleon, an enemy reload timer. You'll see the shadow of a disappeared enemy. You will see arty splash spheres. You will see red pole. You'll not see black sky, but black sky turns the sky to black, so everything's a little more punchy in your face on the map, and you don't have to worry about skies. You will also see indications of hits on killed enemies, and you will see X-ray. Let's jump into the video, and as we go here, I will tell you what cheated is, what it does, and how to potentially counteract it. We're going to go into our first game here. We'll jump ahead a little bit. This little bit is just me driving over to the line on Fairly Silent. Not very exciting stuff. There, we're just driving. I can give you a quick look. As it happens, we're going to see X-ray here in a second. As these initial tanks start breaching the line up there, you'll see that I am able to see that tank's outline. Currently he's above, now he's below, now he's above, now he's below. I can see an outline of the opposing tank, be it behind buildings, mountains, it doesn't matter. I will still see his outline if I look over there of that tank. I'm going to jump into aimbot. You can see my aimbot right there will start leading. Right there, he's leading a target. I'm just switching around for anything I can hit. I see that. Again, you can see I could still see that tank while he was lit behind the rock, and once he came up within a bush, I was able to make a shot on him. Right there, you see a pole. A pole is placed on a tank that can be seen by one of my allies, but I can't see within my communications or vision range. So it'll drop a pole where that is, and it'll even move the pole if the pole is moving. Here we are, aimbotting in. You'll note that aimbot is selecting the best penetration place for me to shoot, depending on the accuracy of your gun. If you hit it exactly, sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. But easy kill for me. Thing to note about aimbot, I don't even have to shoot. If that target's sitting like that, aimbot will go in and it'll shoot. Boom. As soon as I'm loaded, I don't have to pull the trigger, I don't have to do anything. Aimbot's doing all of it for me. Again, you can see X-rays there. You can see right through the mountain and see that tank while he's lit still. I believe if we go over here, you'll see some more poles. There was somebody lit. As he's not lit, the pole's going away. I'm back over here. You can see it's not 1000% accurate. You know, sometimes you miss, sometimes you don't. There is a laser. You see that right there? That is showing me where that person can shoot. You can see that laser out there. You see this laser here. Now, if I wasn't a scrub, I would move out of the way because now I can see where that tank can shoot. So you can align yourself behind rocks, etc., etc., so that he can't shoot you anymore. Do you see that out there, that eyeball? If you look down on the mini-map right now, those little lines popping up, it's showing me that those people are hitting destructible objects. So it's giving me an indicator right in front of my face, it's giving me an indicator on my mini-map. That means I know where they're coming from. They don't know I know where they're coming from, but I do know where they're coming from. So you can set up in advance to handle tanks like that you see on the move. Things like strongholds, clan wars, imagine if you will, if we come plowing down that side, hitting everything in sight, they know exactly where we're coming from. They can set up in advance, wait for us to breach that train track right over there, and then just eat us up because they already knew we were coming that way. Let's move on to our second video, shall we? Alright guys, welcome back to video 2 in our series of World of Tanks Cheats Exposed with Exocadu. This time I'm playing in an arty so we can show you some of these cheats and actions as an arty player. Josie FV, or the LEF, just for the fact I can shoot many times, gives me more opportunity to show you guys what we're looking at. You can also see a nifty little spot. I play in RD2. You like it, maybe you hate it, works out great for me. At the spawn point, I immediately come down here to our little crossing gap. I back my tank down in until I see the red lines coming up saying I'm almost drowning. And I leave it there. What this does is, you see, it keeps me pretty low against all these areas, so I really can't get side sniped until the very end. Alright, once again you can see destructible objects. Look at them coming. So I immediately know I can start pre-aiming over there if I like. And start looking at these targets. As I can see, the bulk of that team is already coming over there by what we can already spot and what we can already see on our map. We see 4, 2 lit, 6, I mean they're all over there. Alright, so if we go into our mode for arty, you can see where I'm aiming. The green line is just for all we're viewing here, but that blue line is where I'm aiming. So you can see I'm just trying to get some shots at him. Not really doing a good job of it. Alright, here I am focusing down on this 150. He becomes my bitch for the whole game. So what I've done now is made a right click and I'm auto aiming with aimbot. So what you're gonna see now is it is selected the best place for me to hit, and that's where I'm hitting. Now as we go up here a little more forward, you see I'm leading that tank even in an arty on my shots. So I'm still making my shots lead, hit after hit after hit after hit. Nothing but pain. There's shadow. Right now you can see the shadow of where that tank's last location was. You do not get that in a regular game. That is part of the cheats. Again, I'm just going in look around mode at this point. Sorry, I lost track of where I was looking. I'm looking over here. Sorry, guys. There's shadow once again. Again, I'm just harassing these heavies because why not? They're fun to harass. Sorry, keep losing myself for us, guys. Here I am back, beating the bejesus out of this 150 once again. Focused in, just railing him. Right there, you'll see Chameleon. If I zoom in to the right point on my zoom for an arty or for any tank, and the distance is correct, that's preset, I can see, just like you would see on Tank Inspector, the weak spots and how they move with angles on this tank and where to shoot and where to aim my arty. You'll also see this on regular tanks, so now we know what our weak areas are with green, as just like it is with all our other stuff, pink, purple, you know, all the places we can hit. There's our shadow once again. Unfortunately, here comes little Mr. Turdwagon. AMX. I thought I was going to be crafty there for a minute and drowned a little bit, but I didn't finish off that 150, nor did my partner. So, that was the end of me. That's a rough look at Artie. Let's move on to our next video, shall we? Hi guys, and welcome back to World of Tanks Cheats Exposed with Exocadu. This is our third video and final video showing you guys the cheats in this being utilized in this game against us and what we possibly can do to counter them. We've pretty much gone through aimbot, chameleon, poles. Didn't get any red dot because we didn't see any, but that's okay. The helper document that's going to come along with this, called World of Tanks Cheats Exposed PDF, you'll be able to look at. There's some still images of what those look like, and I think the gist is pretty much there in the descriptions of those, of how they're utilized. But we also saw destructible objects on the mini-map. We saw poles. We're going to see poles again on this. We're going to see chameleon again on this. And we're also going to see destructible objects on this as well. This one I just wanted to utilize to show you guys a bit more of how you can confuse this system in order to counteract what they're using against us. Once again, you'll note there with X-ray, that tank is behind a mountain, and I can still see it. Doesn't matter where it is, if it's lit, I can see it through anything. Here we go with some poles. There you see poles in action. Those are being spotted by my allies. They're on the move. I can't see the tank, but a pole is there. What we'd be shooting at is the bottom of that pole. And you have to time it a bit when they're on the move like that. The best part of this is when they stop. For example, there, I believe right here, this guy is stopped, and he is going to get hit. You'd see that's the end, but I'm cutting those off. Poles will stay until they, it has just like anything. Last seen, it's going to go away in a little bit. What we have now is on our right-hand side, we're going to have a whole group of tanks coming up the line. Tanks bigger than me, tanks nastier than me. I apologize for the scrub play, but I was really trying to focus in and show you guys these items, the X-ray, the poles, the things like that were needed, and I wasn't really paying much attention to actually playing the game. These cheats are not going to make anyone Superman. They have their downfalls just like anything else. If your tank sucks and can't hit with accuracy the target, it doesn't matter. I can aimbot at this guy all I want, but if my gun's going to go off 3/4 of a mile to the right, it's still going to go off 3/4 of a mile to the right. It does not control accuracy like that. Also, your tanks, you need to focus on working those tanks up, getting those crews as high as possible. A lot of the guys in our clan, we don't want to play that way. We want to play lots of tanks who want to understand the tanks. A lot of the guys that we come up against that are using these cheats and are not using these cheats have fully crewed out tanks, 6 perks on their crew. They approach the game in a much different way. I've seen live action of these guys, watch them dump thousands of gold into trading that gold into credits to buy up the perks on their tanks, and they play 3 to 4 tanks. They play the known good tanks, and they work their crews up, and if you add this kind of tool to that, it's a recipe for disaster for us. So here I am focusing on this IS-6. Now you'll note the more this tank moves, the less I can focus in on a space to hit him. So one of the ways you can avoid these guys who can aimbot on you is be moving. Move, move, move. Shake your tank, flip the front of it, rock it. Keep yourself from being stopped. When you stop, I can focus in, I can blast you. If you're moving, I can't. Um, do not bully tanks you can't bully. If you can't press, do like the guy that was directly in front of me. Get behind the rocks. Stay there. Don't come out. Let your bigger tanks, let your support come out. Let them do it. Let them take some hits, and you come in as a follow-up in your mediums and your lights. So here we are on this IS-6. You'll see, as we focus in, there's our chameleon once again. Kicks in the distance. All these settings can be set. I can have it always on, where all I see is the tanks in chameleon mode. But I'm about to get nastied. A little SP1 came up around the corner on me. So right there again, as you can see, we'll see our penetration points. We can see them change when they turn. Again, sorry for the scrub play. Nutshell though, as I was saying, if you keep your tank in motion, you keep it moving, you keep it rocking, aimbot is going to struggle to get a shot. So they're going to just blind shot, if you will. If your movement is extreme enough, their sights will dance so hard that it'll dance a full tank length off of you if you radically move the tank. So that is one way to avoid aimbot.